Ladies, gents, good evening. It's still Sunday. Piotr here. It's my pleasure to make another educational video, and we are talking about the Light Forex Global YouTube channel, the education section. And if you remember, last time we were discussing about the possible demand and supply zones, and we were discussing, the base, right? So I made the whiteboard, and then we went through the basic stuff, all right? And I promise the next one, next meeting, next educational video is going to be based on examples from the charts, right? The another one that's gonna be the discussion based on the real life examples, because so today we are going to talk about the real time examples, right? But it's gonna to be based on what already happened, right? In the future I'm going to make a few videos like the trading plan. Actually, we are doing this stuff on a daily basis, right? But I'm gonna purely focus on what we are discussing here. So without a further delay, let's have a look what I'm talking about here. All right, if you watching the educational video here first time, you haven't seen anything before, I strongly encourage you to make the pause here, go to the archive section on the Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and go through the all educational videos to get to the point where we are right here, right now. So if you remember, guys, previously we were talking about, like, base, rally, drop, right? So in that case, it was the attempt to move higher, then the market decided to go lower. Of course, we took out the previous demand, and then depends how we approach this supply. There was a possibility to join to the supply side, right? And the opposite, just briefly trying to make quick update. It was the attempt to move lower, market make the base, move higher, and took out this latest supply. So then once when was trying to get back into that demand, that was the opportunity for us to try to go higher. And the last two, it was the base, it was drop, base, drop, right? Meaning that market went down, consolidated, and went down, then retest and lower, or market went higher, base went higher, pullback and higher, right? So that's what we are going to try to go through, as I promise, when it comes to the real chart examples. Some of them been discussed during our meetings, some of them didn't. So let's have a look what we have when it comes to this whole move to the downside, right? So let's go step by step. Again, guys, I'm gonna give you the base. The rest you have to build based on what kind of the trader you are, whom you are, right? What kind of the trader? Are you risk taker? Are you conservative? It's not that I don't want to give you the details. The most beautiful thing when it comes to the possible supply, possible demand, is that you can adopt this style to the different market conditions, and, for example, different views, right? So for example, I can be bullish, you can be bearish. The thing is that within the same chart we are going to trade opposite. I'm going to try to use, if I'm bullish, I'm going to try to use demand zones. If you are a bearish, you are going to use supply zones. And the funny thing is, in some cases it could be that we are going to trade the opposite side, but both of us short term we might be the winners, and I really love to use it when it comes to the intraday trading, meaning that I want to find something on a higher time frame than going lower. But based on our examples today, I'm going to try to explain you. So right here, right now, as we are trying to make the self-distance, as we are staying home, you're going to have a time to go through the charts, do your homework. In case of any questions, just leave the comment below. So let's have a look what we have here and what's happened on that chart. It could be any kind of the chart, doesn't matter. Don't look at particularly if it's euro, dollar, whatever. Look at the combinations, right? So if you are ready, so there was some kind of the pullback attempt to go higher, and the latest rally been taken out, right? The latest rally been taken out. That's the first thing first. So if the latest rally been taken out, I would say that could be our supply zone, right? So look, what happened? We took that out here, right? We broke through, we closed below. Immediately next candle, we hit the supply, we went lower, right? We went lower. So what we had here, it was attempt to go higher, move lower, we took out the latest demand, retest, boom, all right? Now, here we can see even more. Look guys, after another dip lower, what happened here? It was the drop, base, drop. What does it mean? Meaning that here right, we created another base. Look what happened. Drop, base, drop, retest, another short, all right? True? Hopefully you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Attempt to go higher, move lower, right? Retest, drop. Cool. Is it going to work every time like this? No, it's not. It is not Holy Grail. But when you know what you are looking for on the chart, right? You are much better off, right? There are going to be times where we are going to be stopped out. Not once, that might be series of stop outs, right? Especially if you are an aggressive trader, sometimes you are trying to take the advantage of the counter move, right? That's what we have to remember about. There are gonna be times we are going to be stopped out. It's not the Holy Grail. Next, guys. All right. So we were trying to consolidate here, right? So what happened here? From the bigger perspective, it could be treated as a drop, base, drop. And right here, we are retesting 50% of that base. That's completely different story. We are going to get back because it's a real live example. We are going to talk about that during our meetings. But after the consolidation we've seen here, right? We moved lower, we made the base, and we moved lower, right? So we can move our zone again here. Again, drop, base, drop. Riley, what happened? We retest the base. Boom, down, move. Okay, what happened next? Attempt to Riley, move lower. Wow, such a nice dip here, right? Okay, because it's quite wide, we can discuss 50% of that range. Nice. Boom. We are stopped out. Yes, I told you, it's not gonna work every day. It's not gonna work every time. It's not the Holy Grail, right? Let's have a look what we have on one more chart. Let's go through a few possible demands and supply zones, right? If we can find something. I'm not gonna take into the consideration this consolidation, right? What I'm gonna look for is what happened after the break. Not many cases, but let's have a look what we have once we broke through, right? So once we broke through, it was the drop, base, drop, right? What happened? Here it was the immediately retest down, right? Next thing, it was the rally, right? Base and drop, right? The thing is, we didn't make the retest yet. Okay, so that's another real-time example. So guys, go through step by step. Watch this video with the pause possibility, right? So watch the part, make the pause, go through the chart, try to find the examples. If you have any hesitations, leave the comment, keep asking the questions. Guys, it was my pleasure to make that educational video for you. It's a Light Forex Global YouTube channel, education section. See you around. Thank you very much and goodbye.